as well as hurtful.
I just don't know what to say. I mean,
there's not much to say about
it's
that. That's ridiculous.
Biggest lame-ass alibi I've ever heard in my life. I've never heard anybody else who has type 1 diabetes that if their blood sugar spikes, they turn into a racist.
No! It's absolutely
I mean, come
ridiculous.
on.
Yes.
Seriously.
Believe it.
How did you come up with that? It's really trying your best to
To make an excuse and put it on something other than just personal responsibility.
Yeah. It's diabetes fault. Yeah, I had a COVID outbreak. I mean, come on.
Ridiculous. Drew Brees ended the speculation about his future yesterday, and he officially announced his retirement after 20 seasons in the NFL. So Brees, who is 42 years old, he played his first 5 seasons with the San Diego Chargers before moving on to the New Orleans Saints. And his kids actually made the official announcement in a really sweet video posted to social media.
After 15 years in the Saints and 20 years in the NFL, our dad is finally going to retire. So we can stand with us. Yay!
Oh, it's so cute. It was a cute little announcement. And then, of course, he did caption the photo with some heartfelt words himself.
Great career. Should be celebrated.
Yes, he should.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
He's definitely,
And now-
he's not one. I don't think he's top 5 of all time. I don't care what the stats say.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I don't even know. You could argue he's not top 10. I would argue.
I think we did have that argument
Yes, we
a
did.
little while ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
The problem is comparing years. I mean, look.
Yes. Different brands, different styles of football, different rules.
Now, while he announced his retirement, Tom Brady actually agreed to an extension with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which would allow him to play through his 45th birthday.
Why not? He's still good. What the hell?
Yeah,
What's the
still
point?
good.
And he's
Let's go.
still good. Why not? I mean, this isn't, Johnson, gave me the line about the gold star. This isn't, well, you know what? I'm still good. I'm just going to leave so I give somebody else a chance. No. If you still want to play and you're still good, you should have every opportunity to do so.
Yep.
All right, so we all lost an hour of sleep over the weekend, and while it might take maybe a day or two to actually adjust to daylight saving time, most people say it doesn't mess with their sleep long term. And there was a new study that found 83% of Americans said springing forward doesn't affect how much they sleep, at least for the first few days, but only 1 in 4 want to keep the current system of changing the clocks twice a year. So most people are in favor of staying in daylight saving time all year round. 54% actually say that. 19% prefer standard time, and the rest of everyone else, they just want to keep the current system. They don't really care about it.
Isn't Michigan one of the states where if they did have the choice of you can only do one, it would be standard time?
I don't know.
I haven't heard.
People around here, I don't know. To me, it should be daylight savings time the whole year round.
I would think so, Stoney, because of the states on the western end of the time zone, which is what we are.
Right.
That's why I think that standard time actually would probably be more beneficial year round. If we had to pick a year round.
I just love the fact that you can be outside some sort of light to like 9:40.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do too.
In the summer, if you go north, it's
Oh, yeah.
even later than that.
I know. It's great.
It's so much more motivating to me. Like in the winter when it is dark at 5 o'clock, I don't want to do anything. But when it's lighter later, I am motivated to get things done. That's for sure. Okay, so there's a tradition in Chicago to actually dye the river green for St. Patty's Day, okay? And as of Friday, the city was saying that there were no plans to dye it this year because they didn't want crowds to watch. But they did decide to actually dye the river green, but they did it basically in secret. They didn't tell anybody in advance, and they dyed it on Saturday. So there you have it. I mean, the St. Patty's Day is going to be different no matter what because there's no parades. The bars are going to have a lot of restrictions, but the river will be green. So,
Do they normally do it on St. Patty's Day, or if it doesn't fall on a weekend, do they do it the weekend before? When do they normally do it?
I don't know the answer. I feel like they normally do it before St. Patty's Day, but it's announced and it's something to
Yeah.
go watch and see. And But I could be wrong. Maybe they do it on St. Patty's Day. Usually I'm not positive, but who knows?
All right, thank you very much, Heather. Coming up next, you can still watch a bad movie from home. 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, it's John Jansen here for Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The team at Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has rolled out the John Jansen Jeep deal for March. During the Jeep Celebration event, you can get into a 2021 Jeep Cherokee LUX 4x4 starting at only $229 a month. With amazing features like leather, heated seats, heating steering wheel, and remote start, this Jeep Cherokee LUX 4x4 has everything you need in your new ride. My friends Bill and Tim over at Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram have a ton of these Jeeps on the lot right now, so don't waste your time running around from dealer to dealer when you can go to Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for your one-stop shop. So whether you live in Waterford, Dearborn, South Lyon, or Warren, you're just a short drive or click away from the best car buying experience you're ever going to have. Trust me, you're going to be happy you did. Ask for the John Jansen Jeep deal today. For more information, check them out online at SouthfieldChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. And remember, all roads in all towns lead to Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 11.5 and Telegraph.
This hour's ticket signing bonus keyword is snow. Text snow to 72881 for your chance at $1,000. The next time you're in Vegas, head to the D Las Vegas. It's not on the Strip, it's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and you'll feel right at home. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
How does Comcast Business compare to AT&T Business? Well, let's start with internet speed. Comcast Business can provide gig speeds to the most businesses. AT&T's fastest speed is limited only to select areas. If you're not in a select area, that means you get a slower speed. Comcast Business also helps keep all your connected devices protected, while with AT&T, only some devices are covered. Comcast Business also has LTE wireless backup with a power port for additional devices, while AT&T, nope. Comcast Business has 19 million Wi-Fi hotspots nationwide. AT&T, nope, again. What about advanced coverage and bandwidth control of Comcast Business Wi-Fi Pro? Well, with AT&T, that'd be nope. Triple no, technically speaking. In summary, it's safe to say that Comcast Business delivers more complete solutions for small businesses. So don't settle for AT&T Business. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Restrictions apply. Online security, Wi-Fi Pro, and access to Wi-Fi hotspots require Comcast Business Internet.
When you place a wager with William Hill Sportsbook, every sports moment is even more interesting. And we have a special 2021 offer to help you bet on all your favorite sports. Risk-free. Now go to William Hill Sportsbook app when you sign up. You can get started with a risk-free bet of up to $2,021. Use promo code RADIORF. Must be 21 years or older and present in Michigan. Bet paid in free bets. Use only. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline at 1-800-270-7117. Let's make it interesting with William Hill Sportsbook.
Microban 24 protects against Staphylococcus aureus and Enterobacter aerogenes bacteria, but does not provide 24-hour protection against viruses. Every time you touch a surface, you leave behind bacteria. To keep surfaces sanitized all day, use Microban 24 sanitizing spray. Spray on hard surfaces to kill 99.9% of viruses and bacteria initially, including the virus that causes COVID-19. Once dry, Microban 24 sanitizing spray is effective for 24 hours on bacteria when used as directed.
James, that order just doubled. We gotta move fast here.
Indeed, most unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
Somebody pick up that phone.
Like at Lucas Gourmet Frozen Pizza Company, to operate at scale, he needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
At the next light,
This hour of
turn
Instant
left.
Feedback brought to you by Mike Capura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable life insurance, call 877-734-2200.
It was just last August when we lost the great Jamie Samuelson to colon cancer at the young age of 48. He lost a great voice, and I lost a great friend. March is National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. We at 97 on the ticket urge you to get a colonoscopy. COVID-19 has gripped this area, and the amount of colorectal cancer screenings have gone down. We need to ramp back up. You no longer need to wait until you're 50 to get a screening. On behalf of Jamie and his family, please sign up for a colonoscopy today. It could save your life.
At home, in your car, or at work. Detroit's sports station. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Tony and Jensen.
Ticket. Just had to turn down the volume on here. Drew Brees is live on the Today Show. Gee, what a surprise, because he's going to announce probably he's going to be on NBC.
Right.
And plus, he has this great relationship with Hoda. Of course, Hoda Kotb, a New Orleans gal as well. So they have a decent relationship. All right, 248-539-9797 is the telephone number. We'll get back into the NCAA stuff a little later. This weekend, the highs and the lows of watching some television through the Netflix stores. The high was we were trying to figure out what to watch. I said I heard about this series. It's French. It's called Lupin, Lupin, and it's a French mystery thriller. No, it's kind of dubbed to a certain extent, and they do a really nice job. Because first I wasn't sure, so yeah, you don't have to. And it's really cool. It's about a master thief and follows the guy around. He's the only son of an immigrant, came to France to seek a better life and all this kind of stuff. So I don't want to. Anyway, it's really good, and we watched the first 2 or 3 episodes on Friday, and then Saturday night we watched the rest of what's already been dropped for season 1, which is the first 5. The next 5 come out in the summer. So I recommend it highly. Lupin. Lupin.
It's all one word?
Yes, it's one word. Lupin. Okay, so that was the high. The low was Saturday before we watched the last 3 episodes of Lupin. And I'm not going to blame my wife for this.
You like saying
You
that,
have to
don't
say it
you?
with an accent, too.
Yeah.
You can't just say it as a
Lupin.
you have to say it,
Yeah.
yes.
What was it? What do you want to say? Lupin?
Yeah, Lupin.
Sure, you could.
Lupin.
Lupin.
Anyway, so I'm not going to blame my wife for this because I had she wanted to watch this movie on Friday, and I said, no. We watched Lupin on Friday. That's what it's called. That's the guy's name. Whatever.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, Jean Janssen. When I had a choice in life, I mentioned that in junior high and in high school, what language to take, French or Spanish. So obviously, Spanish was more practical, to see what was going to happen in this country where we have lots of more people speaking Spanish than French. But I love French. I just thought it was a cool language. I mean, a lot of it was because of Les Canadiens de Habitat, the Montreal Canadiens. You watch games, they announce the goals in French and English. Les Canadiens, numéro 12, Yvan Tournoyer, et numéro 25, Jacques Lemaire, et numéro 2, Jacques Laperrière, et les buts, dominant les 3 secondes. Canadiens goals, in English, right? So it's pretty cool. Anyway, so Saturday, I was towards 5 o'clock, because I'm watching this movie now. Really? There's basketball. I said, you don't have to go. I said, I know, but I'll watch something with you. And so every male out there, and actually every female, please, if somebody suggests you watch, and I believe it's pretty popular, there's no movie that I believe is on Netflix, starring Jennifer Garner. Everybody likes Jennifer Garner, right?
I know.
It's called Yes Day.
It's a kid's movie, right?
Pretty much.
I think it's a kid's or like a family-friendly kid's
Family-friendly movie where I missed the first like 15 minutes. I decided to come in and watch it. Where the mother basically is one of those parents says no to everything, and the kids like are kind of, especially the oldest daughter is rebellious. So they decided to have something. Somebody suggested to them a yes day, where the parents say yes to everything. Let me tell you something. It's one thing to walk out of a theater, which I don't think I've ever done. It's a lot easier to just move, moves in your home. When you see a movie that just sucks, and this movie sucked, Now, granted, I probably would have been more tolerant of it if I had my kids with me when they were younger. But it was just me and my wife, and I'm sitting there saying, "You really like this?" She goes, "Oh, it's cute. It's cute." I'm sitting there, and she goes, "You don't have to stay." I said, "I know, but I'm gonna stick it out because you know why? Because I can get some good radio topic out of it." I mean, I was waiting for something, and it was just awful. It was awful.
What made it awful?
What made it awful was it was just adventures of things that were just really, really dumb. There was,
Was it
some
really cheesy?
Oh yeah.
Or what? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
a kid movie.
It's a kid's movie. Like
Some kids' movies are good though.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not like
There's just something about it.
Great.
that Toy Story was a good, Toy Story is a kid's movie, and the adults say it's a good movie. Up was an animated movie. That was good.
A lot of the good ones are animated.
Right. You could argue Home Alone is kind of a kid's movie to a certain extent, right?
It would be harder to argue it's in a movie for adults.
Yes, and it was a good movie. This was awful. It's almost as bad as the worst kids movie I ever saw. Like it's called Lava Girl and Shark Boy or Slob or something like that. Did you see that one?
No.
Okay, good. No. You're making a sequel.
I just have been notified that Ruby said Yes Day is a kid's book as well.
Oh, it's a book too.
Yeah,
Okay.
not only can you watch the movie, but you can see if the book is as good as the movie.
Well, books are always better than the movie. But Ruby, please don't make your father watch. I mean, although you would probably want to do something, like I would want to do something. Here's some of the things they did. They went through a car wash with the windows down. On purpose,
Just because.
Just because. Because the kids asked.
The kids asked.
They said yes. I mean, there was, they went to Magic Mountain. They did fun things, but it was like, I just thought it was awful. So let me ask you this, 248-539-9797. When you're watching a movie that just sucks, in your opinion, do you just leave, even from the theater, do you walk out, do you leave the room, do you watch something else, or you stick it out? I stuck it out. It was
What about
just,
the other spin on this, just on the fly? What would you say, if you could have your yes day, what's the one thing?
Yeah.
well,
I think go ahead, Stoney.
well, I mean,
Cindy.
yes, I'd be like, yes, say yes every 2 hours. How about that? Just say yes.
You could do that at this point?
24 hours in the day?
No, not 2 or 3 hours, probably. Well, not the whole day. A few times. I could probably.
How many times?
I don't know. I think probably.
Heather's walking out now.
I'm leaving. I'm done. Can't wait.
They're sitting there going, great. This is what's going to happen when Colin is 60. I say 3 or 4, spaced out throughout the day. Let's go to Sean in Detroit. What's up, Sean?
It wasn't that bad of a movie. Hello, gentlemen.
Hi, Sean.
Good morning.
Sean, there have been so many better kids' movies, What was the one, how long do we get there, or whatever that was called? That was okay.
Are we there yet?
Yeah,
There's
that
been
was-
a bunch of good kids.
Yeah.
Too, and so on, so on.
Yeah, this was
It
awful.
was not that bad, though, Stoney. Come on, it had funny parts in it. Yes, like I told the screener, it had a couple corny pieces in it. But it was a kid's movie.
I know, but I don't know. I expected it to be.
Check out I Care For You.
I saw that. What did you think of that? That there was not one likable character in that movie.
Now, in that movie, even though it was good, it was still more unbelievable than Yes Day.
Oh yeah, Yes
The
Day.
Russian mob would have been killed that lady.
Yeah, you're right. All right, don't give it away. Hey, Sean, have you watched the new Pan yet?
I have.
What do you think?
It's good.
Yeah.
I like that. You watch Carbon Fiber?
No.
Check that out.
What's that about?
That's the movie with the guy that it's like a military movie. Franklin from Snowfall's in it. Basically, it's a military action movie. It's a good guy movie. Good movie, period.
All right.
All right, I'm going to check it out. Yeah.
Carbon Fiber.
Always
Thanks, Sean.
looking for something
Appreciate
to
it.
watch.
Yeah, I mean, look, Yes Day was a kid's movie. There's no doubt about it. And I just was like,
Will you sit there and make comments or sigh.
Yes, a few times, and that's when Cindy said,
You don't have to be here.
You can go watch something else.
Yes, because that's
I know.
when we're watching something that I'm not into or I think it's ridiculous, I will turn to making comments, the sighing, the laughing at very inappropriate times. And I get to ask the same thing, but I'm like, no, I'm starting to enjoy it because
I'm not anti-kids movies. I mean,
I know that.
Look at movies like Little Giants.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good kids movies. I just think Yes Day was not one of those good kids movies. It was just, wow. And the fact that we were watching it without kids made it even worse.
Yeah, that's the puzzling thing for me.
Yes, exactly. I mean, why would you want to watch that?
See, who knows? I mean, your wife is the one that picked it.
I know.
It's lighthearted.
I
yeah.
know, exactly.
You don't have to worry if there's no politics involved. There's not it's PG. There's not gonna be any bad language.
Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. A bad movie. All right. Our telephone number is 248-539-9797.
Hey, there's always that one team that ruins your bracket. That's why this year you should bet the tournament on FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sportsbook. Because on FanDuel, your first bet is risk-free. It doesn't matter if you've picked the #1 seed to go all the way, if you've picked a Cinderella to make a run. New users get up to $1,000 back in site credit if your first bet doesn't win. FanDuel has odds on all the action with games day and night, an easy-to-use app, multiple deposits, and fast withdrawals, and always on promotions. Your next chance to win on FanDuel is only minutes away. And if that's not enough, FanDuel wants you to be a millionaire. You heard it right. They want you to be a millionaire. They're giving away $1 million to one lucky bettor. New and existing users get an additional shot at the payout every day you bet on the tournament. So if you want a shot at becoming a millionaire, download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Just use promo code Jansen so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook promo code Jansen. Must be 21 or over, present in Michigan. No purchase necessary. Restrictions apply for $1 million drawing. Risk-free offer for the first online real money wager only. Site credit is not withdrawable and expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Klipsch Premium Audio. Slowdowns continue near the Howell area due to a crash blocking the 2 right lanes on 96 eastbound before Pinckney Road. Meantime, an accident is just cleared from the 2 right lanes of 696 westbound at Mound. Klipsch Premium Audio for over 75 years. Klipsch has been delivering the highest levels of sound quality. Designed in the U.S. for global markets, Klipsch creates the ultimate listening experience. Klipsch, keepers of the sound. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Text the ticket using the same number you used to call the ticket. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
With the Radio.com Sports Minute. 1 year after last season's NCAA tournament was canceled due to the pandemic, 68 teams are now set to embark upon a March Madness journey unlike any other, with all of the games being staged in the greater Indianapolis area. So whether the teams were or weren't on the bubble, they will now be in the bubble. This year's top 4 seeds are undefeated Gonzaga in the West, Baylor in the South, Illinois in the Midwest, and Michigan in the East. The selection committee also alerted 4 teams that didn't make the cut: Louisville, Colorado State, St. Louis, and Mississippi, to stand by in case a team in the field withdraws due to COVID-19. The traditional tournament scheduling format has also been altered. The first 4 games take place this Thursday. The first weekend then runs from Friday through Monday. The Sweet 16 weekend the following Saturday through Tuesday. I'm Homer Esiason.
Hey, frequent heartburn may keep you from running your A game, but it doesn't have to anymore. Join the Prilosec OTC 2-week challenge. Just go to prilosecotc.com. You'll get $3 off to get you started. Plus, 14 days of tips, tricks, and reminders. Just 2 weeks, 0 heartburn. Go to prilosecotc.com and sign up today. 0 heartburn is possible with Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? If you're looking for your engine to run a little smoother, some fuel system cleaner could help. Right now, we have buy one, get one free on Chevron Techron Complete Fuel System Cleaner. Plus, AutoZone Rewards members get a $1 bonus reward. Not a member? Don't worry. Joining is easy, and you can even earn an extra $5 bonus reward when you join with a valid unit. Getting your job done just got easier. Restrictions apply. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Hi, I'm Matt Garco from Bill Brown Ford. Here's a tip that other dealers won't tell you. You can turn your Ford or Lincoln lease in at Bill Brown Ford no matter where you bought it from. It's true, and we're happy to do it. Whether your lease is up or any time throughout the duration of your lease, no matter where you do business, we'll make it easy for you to become a Bill Brown Ford customer. So switch your lease to Bill Brown Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in Michigan. We'll make sure that you get into the vehicle you love. So get started now at BillBrownFord.com.
Tap dancing is my way of speaking to the world. It's what I love to do. But a serious heart problem almost stopped me for good. DMC, the Detroit Medical Center, their team, they know hearts. It's what they love to do. I put my heart in their hands and I got my voice back.
Schedule an appointment with a DMC cardiologist at dmc.org/heart. Your heart is in the right place at the Detroit Medical Center, a community built on care.
Get ready to make your online sports bets. Be they big, be they small, or be they Detroit basketball. Now, your chance to start a new tradition with the official partner of the Detroit Pistons. Go to BetRivers.com. Take a look at the brand new Bet Rivers Sportsbook.
Must be 21. Playable in Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-71.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. Now's the time to have Hall Financial refinance your home loan. Shave years off your loan, cut down your payment, consolidate your debt. Hall Financial will help you achieve all your goals. Don't miss out on historically low rates. Go to davidhallmortgage.com.
Parents, do you want to save your child's life? 97.1 The Ticket Student Heart Check can help. Make the time to have your child checked. Contact the Ernst Cardiovascular Center at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak. Learn more at 971theticket.com. You could win the ticket signing bonus. $1,000 11 times each weekday. Powered by BetQL. Let BetQL's proven data and analytics help you become a better. Download the BetQL app today. Listen for the keyword at 1/2 each hour between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. Text that keyword to 72881 before the end of that hour. Message and data rates apply. And you could win a $1,000 signing bonus on 97.1 The Ticket. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
97.1 The Ticket. Some ticket texts. My kids loved yesterday. It's a popular thing for YouTube stars to do with their families. This was a quick way for Netflix to get kids to watch. My kids prefer YouTube to Netflix all day long. This was just a cheesy movie to get kids to tune back in. Okay, John Kalamazoo, we thank you. Tried to watch Flora and Ulysses with my 4-year-old daughter this weekend. I kept thinking the movie would pick up, but it just never did. Awful movie. Turned it off halfway through and switched to a different one. That's from Matt. Stoney's yes day would be that Stoney could have 2 Stouffer's French bread pizzas.
Well said.
Absolutely. And finally, went to see Tom and Jerry yesterday. If it wasn't for my son, I would have walked out. It was more about humans than Tom and Jerry. They put them in there just enough to keep interest for the children. All right. Over the weekend, I was kind of stunned, not that I heard about any difficulties he had, that one of the most exciting boxers of my lifetime, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, passed away over the weekend in New Hampshire. Hagler, of course, was the middleweight champ. He had a record of 62-3-2. He was just unbelievable. 66 years old. Now, Tommy Hearns did tweet something, or post something on Instagram, kind of intimated that he died because he got the vaccine. I have no idea if that's true or not, or if he was vaccinated. I have no idea. But, whatever Dr. Hearns says, whatever. Anyway, but I was thinking about this because Hagler, in those days of the mid to late 80s, when boxing, especially not even the heavyweights, was just an unbelievable spectacle. I mean, you had guys like Duran, Hearns, Leonard, Hagler. You had guys who had, great names like Vito Antuofermo and Juan Roldan and John the Beast Mugabe. It was every week or every month it seemed like there was a great boxing match on, whether it was either live TV or closed circuit or whatever. And look, everybody looks at the Hearns-Hagler fight back in 1985 as one of the greatest fights of all time, and it only lasted 3 rounds. So, those 3 rounds, especially the first round, are considered one of the best in boxing history, one of the greatest fights of all time. Now, Hagler won the fight, obviously, a 3rd round TKO. He won his next fight and then lost a decision to Sugar Ray Leonard back in 1987 and then retired. Because a lot of people thought that he got screwed in that fight.
Yeah.
So he just said, the hell with this. He moved to Italy and made like spaghetti westerns. He was at the movies. And really hadn't heard much of him at all. So a couple of things I was going to ask here. 248-539-9797. First of all, I want to suggest to anybody who's too young to have, watched Hagler live, watch that, go to YouTube, like we mentioned, and watch Hearns-Hagler. It's just unbelievable. First of all, it's only 3 rounds, so it won't take you much time.
Right.
It is just incredible. It's the way boxing was, the way boxing should be, but boxing, I don't think will ever be what it was when we were younger. Now, John, you've seen that fight, haven't you?
I did. I didn't see it live, but I have seen it since. And I agree. It was a phenomenal 3 rounds. We go back another week and we were talking about the Ali Frazier one, and that one is 15 rounds.
Yes.
And so it's hard to compare them because they're so different. And I actually went back and watched again Sunday morning. I was watching the Ali Frazier fight. Obviously, it's more time involved because it's 15 rounds. That to me is the greatest fight ever because for 15 rounds you watch 2 guys just beat the hell out of each other. The Hearns and Hagler is you're watching 2 boxers who are just so technically good with power and with speed and how they're attacking each other and 2 of the greatest nicknames ever, Marvelous and the Hitman.
Marvelous.
It's just and you know what? The one thing I did know is as I started to read more about Hagler is that he was the first Ocho Cinco. He legally changed his name
because he was pissed that people refused to call him Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yeah, and so he actually legally changed his name to Marvelous, which I think is amazing. And that's the personalities that you saw with Hagler and Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard, and then you go back to Ali and Frazier. I know they're different weight classes, but the personalities is what we're missing. And then you fast forward to more of my generation, and it's Mike Tyson.
Right.
You still have moments. You have great personalities. You have people that you can, whether you love them or hate them, you are not on the fence. Like you got to make a choice. Like I love this guy or I hate this guy. It's not a a lot of the boxers today are just kind of
Right. Well, Hearns-Hagler, I think most people like both of them.
Right.
It was whether you whether you were a Sugar Ray guy or not. Because Sugar Ray was like the all-American guy, and I knew him a little bit working in Washington because that's where he was from, and he was kind of pompous. So my whole sports staff that we worked with, we were always into Thomas Hearns. So people working at Washington hoping that Hearns would have beaten Leonard, and Leonard obviously won the first one, and the second one, I think Sugar Ray got a lot of controversial decisions sent his way.
He did.
Because he was more of a technical boxer. But 248-539-9797, 2 things. It was the greatest fight you ever saw. And it doesn't have to be in boxing. It could be in hockey, it could be in a bar, I don't know, whatever. The greatest fight you ever saw, and what's your favorite iconic nickname, like Marvelous Marvin Hagler? 248-539-9797, here is T.O.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. The radio.com sports station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by Mike C Sports Desk, this is 97.1 The Ticket.
We now know where Michigan State and Michigan will play in this year's NCAA
round of games on Thursday night. The Spartans will play in that first 4 round as they'll take on UCLA in a contest that tips off Thursday night in West Lafayette, Indiana at 9:57. Meanwhile, Hunter Dickinson and the Wolverines, the number 1 seed in the East Regional, will start NCAA tournament play Saturday afternoon as they'll take on the winner of the first 4-round game on Thursday night between Texas Southern and Mount St. Mary's.
There's a little added seriousness and added pressure with the tournament style. If you lose, you're going home, so obviously you can't save anything out there, so you got to give it your all. You really don't have the opportunity to take the team lightly with the pressure. I think with this group of guys and they're all competitors, I think you'll see us just giving all our effort.
One of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, the New Orleans Saints' Drew Brees, confirms in a statement yesterday he's decided to retire from the NFL, ending a 20-year career that will land Brees in the Hall of Fame in the very near future. One other item of note from the NFL on Sunday, Aaron Jones is back with the Green Bay Packers as the Pro Bowl running back agrees to a 4-year deal with team officials yesterday that's worth a reported $48 million. The Red Wings lose for the 5th time in their last 6 outings as they drop a 2-1 decision on Sunday to the Carolina Hurricanes. Justin Thomas rallies from a 4-shot deficit on Sunday to beat Lee Westwood by 1 shot to win the PGA Tour's Players Championship in Florida. The Pistons will open up a short 2-game homestand tonight as they square off against the San Antonio Spurs at Little Caesars Arena. Our coverage of that game starts at 7:35. From the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and radio.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
Thank you, Gio. We'll get into the brackets a little bit. Also, free agency kind of unofficially starts today. I already saw the Baltimore Ravens signed guard Kevin Zeitler, who was released by the Giants a couple days ago. John, how much money would you be making if you played today?
I don't know. I mean, when you know, this is a conversation that somewhat drives me nuts, and it's frustrating because you see backups, you see career backups get $20 million guaranteed, and then all of a sudden they're a starter, and it just, the numbers are so ridiculous. Even though the salary cap has gone down, you're still going to see just ridiculous numbers for this free agent class.
Yeah, he's making what, $60 million? I don't know, a lot of it guaranteed.
Yes.
Anyway, we're looking at the greatest fight you ever saw and your favorite iconic nicknames. For me, the greatest fight I ever saw wasn't boxing. It wasn't Hearns Leonard, and it wasn't even Ali Frazier. It was, and they fought 3 times, but I think the first one was the best. I urge anybody to watch the trilogy of fights between Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward. The first one was they just knocked the crap out of each other. I mean, blood everywhere, a couple of knockdowns. It was incredible. It was, first one was in 2002, and then they fought 3 straight times. Gatti fought, they fought May of 2002, November of 2002, and then June of 2003. And they were unbelievable. I mean, just rock'em sock'em robots. To me, those were the best fights. Now, I saw Gatti fight once live in Vegas against Oscar De La Hoya. De La Hoya beat him. I was rooting for Gatti because I was not a big Oscar De La Hoya guy. But